Hello, today I was thinking we would look at something else like an alternate future for today's land. And so what I've got here is the Ukraine war, so it's like right now. I think that's like the borders if you have a look. Let's see what will happen. Looks like um NATO has just helped Ukraine, which is a big change, I guess you could say. As they now are able to easily sweep through. And they just easily take Leningrad with ease. As they even make a push into Belarus, where they will be halted for now. And in the Ukrainian front, it's uh, yeah, goodbye Russia. And Crimea just gets taken, and Ukraine makes a little offensive into the Caucasus region of Russia. And they do like a spearhead, and basically now with Belarus, more NATO troops from like UK, Iceland, and like the US will have arrived, which means they are eventually able to take Minsk and other important cities, which will eventually lead to them just surrendering. Probably not likely, but I'm just gonna let them say they did. And now, let's see, the majority of the troops are here, and they're just gonna make one big sweep up here. You got like Finland and the Nordics and Karela, and they take pretty much the whole Kola Peninsula, and they go down and take St. Petersburg as they try and form a spear towards Moscow. And that's what Ukraine does with like troops from Romania and all these other countries over here probably. And I think this is I'm not sure if North Macedonia is. Yeah. And let's just say they're able to successfully encircle Moscow and capture it. Eventually like a bunch of turmoil will happen which will eventually lead to Russia's surrender. Let's look at this peace treaty. This is what my peace treaty would probably look like. As you see, not much has really changed. I mean, Ukraine's taken a big chunk of Belarus, Poland's taken their Polish bits that they had before, and I gave a bit of land to all the Baltic states. You see, Lithuania's got Kaliningrad, a tiny chunk of Belarus, while Latvia's got a bit of Belarus. Estonia's got a little chunk of Russia, while Finland is big and chunky, I guess. And Russia and Belarus will both be given democratic leaders, I guess you could say. And now I want to address Georgia, South Ossetia, and Georgia. Now that Russia is more democratic, so they're not going to really back them anyone say which has a district. So let's see what happens with these lot. Yeah, not much. Well, yeah, Georgia's whole again. So is Moldova. And yeah, so I'm assuming NATO's new main target is probably China, right here. And well, yeah. Now, what we have next is actually something that no one was expecting. They thought would never happen again, but there's going to be a union happening between Austria and Hungary, and also Czechia and Slovakia. Like Czechoslovakia and Austria-Hungary. And although it is very weird, like you wouldn't expect that. Well, it's happened, and yeah, Austria wanted to be in NATO, but they couldn't join, so they had, and then not they weren't allowed to join Germany, but they was never specifically not allowed to re-NATO Hungary, and yeah, Czechoslovakia is back just because why not? Even give them that little Ukrainian bit. Right there. So yeah, we've got Czechoslovakia back in Austria-Hungary, but much smaller and weaker. Because I mean, Austria-Hungary is probably spanned down here. They had all of this, big chunk of that. They had all of this, and yeah, they even might have had this. It was disputed land, but it was like a puppet. So that's basically yeah. And what we see now also is Kosovo uniting with Albania. Actually, yeah. And this is to get back at the Serbs for like all the times they like, it's like Israel and Palestine kind of conflict in a way. I see it as first on the Trump, not Greece, North Macedonia's capital. There you go. And yeah, and to step, as I said, step things up by what I mean is this. So basically, because of that, it's basically caused the whole Third Balkan War. And Slovenia is probably just gonna get full on clapped. I mean, they're surrounded. Croatia's gonna, you know, Bosnia's not in a good spot right now. I mean, like, they're like a ticking time bomb. So we can assume that once they reach Sarajevo, we'll just take that. It'll surrender probably, like, the majority of that land. And even make like a push into Serbia. I don't know if this is accurate because like Bulgaria hates North Macedonia, but it's alternate history, so it's not really real history. And so far, it looks like to be in the favour of. And what's weird is Greece and Turkey helping each other out because basically they've been able to sort this problem out and put behind all their hate. So they're probably just gonna make one big push, and Romania is gonna pull off an Italy and switch sides, or not, as they just chose to leave. Uh, yeah, it's not looking good for the Blues team. I mean, like, yeah. So basically, Sofia's captured, and Greeks and the Turks are gonna finally mobilize the troops, sweep them out, push them out of Serbia, go and probably retake uh, Sarajevo and probably the rest of Bosnia, as they probably will do, just like that. and they're probably just gonna make a peace treaty held in Czechoslovakia. They think it's pointless to just keep fighting because it's basically a big stalemate. They don't know who's going to decisively win because Italy was considering and they was literally just about to join with Romania, who was going to re-enter the war on the blue team, along with Ukraine and Moldova as well. And these were all, Georgia and Armenia was also going to join the blue team. Azerbaijan was probably going to join red, so Turkey. And yeah, so they basically, instead of it being like basically like World War One all over again, kind of like but on a smaller scale, but more Eastern push. So let's see what this peace treaty looks like, which will probably be held in Moldova. This is what the peace treaty looks like that was held in neutral Moldova. So Austria and Hungary annexed all of Slovenia and Transylvania. Uh, Bosnia is split between Croatia and Serbia. Uh, Bulgaria gets carved up by uh, Greece and Turkey and Romania takes the rest of the Bruges, just leaving that little tiny bit of coast. And yeah, that will be it for episode 1 of Alternate Future World. I will probably make another episode in a while, but like, yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go and bye.